Okay, today we're making deer jerky. What I got here is some back strap that I've had frozen for several months. Usually don't like to make jerky out of back strap, but I've only got these 2 packs left. The kids don't eat this as good in stew as they will in jerky. So the first thing I want to do when I thaw this stuff, it always seems a little more wet after it's thawing, so I always put it in a strainer, kind of get the excess blood, fluid off of it. Kind of stir it around a little bit. Get off there. Then the next step will be grinding it. What I've got here is a little back to basics grinder. I think I got it at Walmart.com. I've used it for 2 or 3 years. It seems to work pretty good. The one thing I've noticed with it is you got to have your meat real. You want your meat real lean, but you also don't want a whole lot of tendons and stuff like that in it, because that will stop this up and it won't grind anything. And next we're going to start putting some of this meat in the grinder, getting it ground up. Since we're making only about 2 pounds, I think we can put it all in this little plate up here. Okay, once we're finished grinding, should look something like that. Like I said, it's only about 2 pounds. The pack I got will make 4 pounds. So we're going to about half that. We're using the LEM Backwoods Jerky Seasoning. It's the original. My favorite is mesquite, but I don't have anything left of it, so the only thing I've got is original, so that's what we're going to be making. And we'll half that. Okay, this is what the cure looks like. It's kind of pink in color. And we'll use about half of what we've got here on this. If it's about 2 pounds, the pack I've got's 4. This is what the seasoning now that pack looks like. Okay, once we've mixed that in, we'll go through and mix it real good. Make sure it permeates the meat. Okay, once we've got it mixed up, looks something like that, and I will let it set for about 20 to 24 hours so that the cure can work into the meat, and the spices and all can work into the meat. We'll leave it set for that long and to cure out. The reason I like to grind it though is because it seems like the ground meat makes it a lot more tender, easier to chew, and to me makes it a lot more enjoyable. And the reason I use the LEM seasonings is because I like those the best out of any I found. I mean, you can buy that stuff anywhere at Walmart or wherever, but I like it the best. And there is some other homemade recipes that you can get. And I'll put one on here that I got from my brother. I've never tried it, but he said it's pretty good, so I'll leave it on there too, and you can give it a try if you want. Okay, it's been right at 24 hours now. Got my jerky cannon. I'll go ahead and load it up with the meat that we cured and added spices to yesterday. Scoop it out of here. Shove it down to the cannon. We're going to make the flat sticks. They seem like they dry quicker than the round ones. And we'll just shoot it out onto the jerky trays. Okay, we got 2 trays of jerky meat. We got a Nesco food dehydrator. We're going to set it at 155 as the meat setting. And in about 3 hours, we should have some jerky. Okay, 3 hours later, here we have the end result. You can see it's pretty dry, but it's not all the way dry. I made jerky for a lot of years and got it too dry, you'd break your teeth trying to eat it. From what I researched and read about it, it said that it's jerky should still have a rubbery type kind of feel to it, and that's what this is. And it takes about 3 hours at 155 degrees in my dehydrator. And the next thing will be storage. If you're going to eat it within about 7 days, you can probably put it in a Ziploc bag. After about 7 days, it will mold because there's still enough moisture in it to cause it to mold. But if you're going to eat it within that amount of time, shouldn't be any problems. If you leave it set out like this, it will continue to dry, and it will dry and dry until you practically be the same thing like I was talking about before. You break your teeth when you're trying to eat it. If you are going to store it for a period of time longer than that, I've got a food saver, and I'll cut the bags and I'll use my food saver to save it. We saved some last year. It was 3 months before we opened it back up, and it was as good as the day we put it in. So who knows how long it'll keep in one of those food saver bags. If you do use the food saver bags, you need to take you a little pair of maybe some cooking scissors or something. Knock the ends off of these or break them off, because that will puncture your food saver bags and cause it to go bad and spoil. And other than that, that is about it. Is that jerky? Is that jerky yum yum? Jerky? Mmm, alright.